All right, so the idea of progressing through exercises again is what we're going to cover today, but the topic's going to be more on anti-rotation, right? So a lot of anti-rotation exercises have become very popular. One of the most popular one is going to be the Birddog, but that's only going to get you so far. That's like the most remedial phase of anti-rotation. So we want to have some type of progression into more externally loaded anti-rotation movements. That's going to have a better carryover to get you stronger in the lifts and just overall creating that more anti-fragile kind of core area. So Birddog, very simple exercise. You're just going to get on all fours. All right, same thing, making sure everything's braced, abs pulled in tight, and then from there, you're just going to rotate, or you're just going to extend out, come back in, extend out, hold for a couple seconds, making sure everything's as rigid as possible. If you're new to it, you might shake a little bit by keeping everything tight. All right, come back in, extend a few seconds. Make sure you're not extending through the lumbar, keeping everything nice and tight, right? That's the most remedial idea of anti-rotation, right? Anti-rotation is the idea that you're not going to have any type of give in any type of that rotational plane. So the next one would be some type of load, some type of external resistance that you want to apply to it. One of my favorites that kind of warms up everything is going to be some type of sideways bear crawl with band resistance. So we have the band set up here. You're just going to sit through. You're going to have it right around your area that you're trying to activate the most. Keep it in the center, and then from there, have it in nice and tight. You're gonna get down, same all fours position, all right? Everything's nice and tight, and from there, you're just gonna lift your knees off the ground a little bit, and then you're just gonna step through, step through. Make sure you're not rotating at all, and then you're gonna come back, controlling, keeping everything nice and tight. Allow the band to kind of progress from the least resistance to more resistance. And then from there you want to think, you know, how can I add exercises into my program that's going to allow me to get the best bang for my buck? Suitcase carries are really good. Farmer's walks you can do them with, or you can do them with dumbbells. We have a kettlebell here. And same concept, you're just going to pick, all right, only one hand is going to be holding weight. That's going to be that anti-rotation type feel to it, anti-flexion, anti-rotation. That's kind of the idea when you're doing a lot of these things. You want to make sure that you're standing tall, rigid. You don't want to start walking with the lean to it. It's going to be nice and tight, and you're just going to walk like you normally would, resisting that urge to let the weight pull you down, keeping everything nice and tight. Then, great way to add in a little bit of conditioning, a little bit of grip work, a little bit of anti-rotation, and then it's like, well, how can I continue to progress this with more and more load? This is a great way to do it. Another great way to do it is some type of split squat, Bulgarian split squat, regular split squat with a contralateral dumbbell. Contralateral means just, it's gonna be opposing the foot that's down. So if my left foot is down here, my right hand is gonna be holding the weight. And we're thinking about it in terms of the anterior sling, right? You're loading here, which is gonna load the adductor, which is also gonna load the obliques over here. So you're fighting that resistance, right? Fighting that resistance through here, loading all this, and then it's also working this as well in that sling fashion. So you're gonna be here, driving up, back down, and up, right? Just thinking of ways to add, you know, some type of unilateral arm position that's going to create tension in the opposite side, but also create tension maybe in that sling pattern, whether it be anterior, posterior, whatever you're trying to work. If you start to build in these exercises that incorporate all the slings and everything into one integral part that focuses on gait cycle and focuses on how the human body actually functions, that's going to allow you to challenge more muscles. It's going to allow you to build a more functional body so that you resist injuries a lot better. And it's just going to allow you to continue to think and progress with everything that you're doing. So in terms of progressions, you should continue to want to work on building those things out into your program, whether it be through warm-ups or whether it be through exercise selection, to get the most out of everything that you're doing. Don't stay with the most regressed pattern. Continue to try to add resistance, add external load, and that's going to give you the best bang for your buck.
Done.